Welcome to UK Crownix. Tonight, the royal family is in shock. Harry is in tears after Meghan's private Dubai yacht photos have come out. Let's break down the truth behind this leak. The image of Prince Harry we all know is one of strength and rebellion. A man who gave up everything, his duty, his country, and his birthright, all to protect the woman he loves. But tonight, that strong image has reportedly broken into a million pieces. He could not stop shaking. The tears would not stop falling, says a high-level source close to the Montecito home. Why? Because the one thing Harry feared the most, the ghost of a past he thought was buried deep under the desert sands of Dubai, has now come back in the form of leaked high-quality photos. These are not just any photos. They are called the Dubai Yacht Leaks, a set of private moments showing Meghan Markle that were never meant to be seen by the public. For years, rumors about Meghan's life before the royal family, especially in the rich social circles of the Middle East, were whispered inside Buckingham Palace, but many people ignored them as tabloid stories. But this week, when these digital files started spreading in private telegram groups used by the world's elite, the truth hit Harry very hard. It was not only about what was in the photos. It was about the feeling that the trust he built his new life on might be based on hidden secrets. For our audience who has followed the royal family for many years, who remembers the grace of Queen Elizabeth II and the sacrifices made for the crown, this is not just gossip. It feels like a deep tragedy, like something from a Shakespeare story. We are seeing a prince, the son of Princess Diana, both physically and emotionally broken as he looks at a screen. He is seeing a side of his wife that goes against everything they have told the world. Was he lied to? Or was he so in love that he could not see the truth that was right in front of him? In this deep investigation, we will slowly uncover the layers of this growing scandal. We will study why these exact images from a luxury yacht in Dubai caused such a strong emotional reaction from Harry. We will also reveal the urgent behind-the-scenes efforts by the Sussex PR team to remove these photos from the internet before they reach major news outlets. You need to stay with us until the very end of this video because the final piece of evidence we found, a direct reaction from a member of the royal family in London, changes everything we thought we knew about Harry's mental state right now. Do not go anywhere. The truth is much more complex than just one photo. To understand why these images have pushed Prince Harry into such emotional stress, we need to go back in time, long before the crowns, the royal weddings, and the Netflix shows. We need to look at the years Meghan Markle spent moving through the high-level social circles of the global elite. Dubai, a city of gold, glass buildings, and very strict privacy agreements. It is a playground for the richest people in the world, where luxury yachts are not just boats. They are private spaces where the normal rules of the world do not apply. For a long time, the story told was that Meghan was a self-made actress, a supporter of the United Nations, and a lifestyle blogger who focused on her platform, the TIG. But the Dubai connection shows a different side of the story. In the mid-2010s, quiet talk began about Meghan's presence at very private and exclusive events in the United Arab Emirates. Why was a rising actress from a TV legal drama spending so much time on yachts worth $100 million owned by powerful businessmen in Dubai? Now, let us be clear. Being on a yacht is not illegal. But in the world of the British royal family, how things look is very important. The royal family values privacy and careful behavior above everything else. These leaked photos reportedly show Meghan in a way that is very different from her image as the Duchess of Sussex. We are talking about high-level glamour, high-pressure social settings where the line between simple networking and paid social circles can become unclear. Sources say that these leaked images show Meghan not just as a guest at a party, but as part of a close inner group that Harry may not have fully known about. Imagine this moment. Harry, a man who has lived his whole life under media attention. A man who believed he knew every part of his wife's past suddenly sees a missing chapter shown clearly in high definition. It is the context that hurts the most. It is the people in the background of those photos, people whose reputations would have shocked the late Queen. Was this just a young woman enjoying the benefits of her growing fame? Or was there a careful plan to remove this Middle Eastern part of her life story before she married at St. George's Chapel? For our viewers who respect tradition, you already know that the royal family carries out some of the strictest background checks in the world. And this leads us to a serious and chilling question. Did Meghan Markle hide how deep her connections to Dubai really were from the palace? Or even worse, did she hide them from Prince Harry? The leak did not happen by chance. In the world of powerful global players, a leak is used like a weapon. It is planned carefully for the most damage. As Harry looks at these pictures of his wife on those sunny yacht decks in Dubai, surrounded by signs of her past, he is not just looking at simple photos. He is seeing the possible fall of his own trust and image. He stood up for her against the whole world, saying she was a victim of a harsh system. But if these pictures show that she was in full control of her public image long before she met him, then everything he said to defend her begins to fall apart like a weak house of cards. But what exactly is in these photos that could cause so much harm? Is it the people she was with, or the private things happening under the bright Dubai sun? To understand why Harry is breaking down, we must look at the exact moment he opened the red file, the set of pictures that PR teams have been trying for years to get back and hide. People inside their Montecito home describe a moment that is both sad and shocking. Prince Harry, a man who lived through the loss of his mother under the world's harshest attention, a man who served in the war zones of Afghanistan, was reportedly found sitting weakly in his private room. The blue glow from his laptop lit up a face full of deep and real pain. This was not just another royal problem. For Harry, this was the moment when his second life began to fall apart. To understand why Harry reached this breaking point, you must understand how much he gave up. He did not just move to California for a better lifestyle. He cut off every connection behind him. He went on global television and spoke against his own father, King Charles III, and his brother, Prince William, saying they were stuck in a cold and uncaring system. He did all this because he truly believed he was saving Meghan from the same kind of suffering that his mother, Princess Diana, went through. He built his whole identity around being her main protector. But as he kept looking through those leaked Dubai pictures, the story he believed in, that of an innocent victim he had protected, started to crack. People close to him say Harry felt a deep physical sense of betrayal. It is one thing to deal with the world's media. It is something completely different to realize that your partner may have had a very different past life. A life that included powerful billionaire groups in the Middle East that was never fully shared with you. The tears were not only about the pictures. They were about losing the truth he believed in so strongly. For those watching who have built families and long marriages, you understand that trust is the most important thing. When that trust is broken, the pain is very real and deep. Harry was said to be asking the same question again and again. Why did I not know this? He had looked into the eyes of the public and told them his wife was being treated badly just for being different and modern. But if these pictures suggest she was already experienced in moving through the most powerful and secret social groups in the world before they met, then Harry's mission begins to look less like saving someone and more like a sad mistake. The emotional damage has been very serious. Reports say Harry has gone into complete isolation, not answering calls even from his closest friends in the UK. He feels trapped in a mental struggle. If he continues to support Meghan now, he may look foolish to the public. If he starts to question her, he risks losing the only close person he has left in his self-made distance from his family. It is a no-win situation. And then there is the connection to Diana. Harry has spent many years seeing his mother's story in Meghan. In his heart, he believed he was finally giving Princess Diana the happy ending she never got. But Diana, even with her struggles, was never accused of trying to climb social ranks or being part of secret yacht circles in Dubai. Seeing Meghan in that kind of environment, surrounded by the same type of people the royal family had warned him about, has created a mental conflict so strong that it is said to be making him physically unwell. He is now a prince without a country, a son distant from his father, and he fears he may be a husband who does not truly know his wife. The pressure of those $400 million deals with platforms like Netflix and Spotify feels very heavy when your private life is being exposed and sold by unknown sources. Harry is starting to understand that while trying to escape the royal system, he may have stepped into something even more dangerous. A place where secrets are not kept safe, but used as tools for control. But who gains from breaking Prince Harry like this? Who kept these photos hidden for years and decided that now was the right moment to release them? As Harry sits quietly in his California home, the shadow of Dubai and its past grows bigger in his mind than ever before. As the sun sets over the neat green lawns of Montecito, covered in a feeling of sadness, far across the ocean, the grey stone walls of Buckingham Palace stay calm and unchanged. In the world of the British royal family, there is an old system that starts working the moment a scandal this big appears. It is known as the men in grey suits, the top-level courtiers and trusted advisors who follow one strict rule: never complain, never explain. But behind that calm and quiet outside look, the Dubai yacht leaks have reportedly sent a huge shock through the very base of the crown. For King Charles III, this is not just a political problem. It is a father's deepest fear coming true. People close to the king say that when the reports about the Dubai photos reached his desk at Clarence House, he did not react with anger. Instead, he became very quiet and serious. Think about this. Here is a man who has spent the early years of his rule trying to keep everything stable after the death of Queen Elizabeth II, only to see his youngest son's life turn into a constant source of worldwide trouble. The king is said to feel very sad that Prince Harry is going through such public embarrassment. But as the ruler, he cannot act freely. The plan from London is simple and clear: total silence. The palace understands that any comment, any small sign of support, or any reaction will only make the situation worse. They are allowing the Sussex family to face the problems they have created on their own. This is the harsh truth of the royal system that Harry once said he disliked. Yet, it is this same system that is now safe because of the distance between them. For those watching who remember how Queen Elizabeth II handled the difficult year of 1992 with grace, you will see the same pattern here. It is the skill of surviving by staying distant and not getting involved. But do not think silence means nothing is happening. Behind closed doors, royal lawyers and security experts are surely studying these leaks very carefully. Why? Because the Dubai connection brings serious safety concerns. If the wife of a British prince was connected to powerful global figures in the Middle East, were those links fully checked? The worry in London is not about yacht parties. It is about power and control. If unknown sources have these photos, what else could they be hiding? The crown cannot risk being controlled or threatened, even indirectly. Then there is Prince William. If Charles is the sad father, William is the one focused on protecting the future. Reports say the Prince of Wales is extremely angry, not at Harry, but at the whole situation. For William, this confirms every warning he gave his brother back in 2017. He noticed the warning signs. He told Harry to slow down, but because of that, he was painted as the bad person in Harry's book, Spare. Now, seeing his brother hurt by the same hidden truths William feared, there is no feeling of "I told you so." There is only a hard truth that the gap between the two brothers may now never be fixed. How can you bring a brother back into the family when his private life feels like a constant risk of scandal for the British people? For many of you watching who respect the importance of the monarchy, the difference is very clear. While the Prince and Princess of Wales focus on duty and serving the country, the California side of the family is caught in a leaked photo scandal that feels more like a reality TV story than royal history. The palace's silence is their strongest tool. By saying nothing, they are showing the world that the Sussex family is truly alone now. They are no longer protected by the royal system. They are out in the open, and the storm is only starting. This silence also has a strong effect on Harry's mind. In the past, whenever he faced trouble, the palace advisors would quickly step in to fix everything. They would hide stories, make deals with media editors, and protect the prince's image. But now, the phones in London may be ringing, but no one is answering for Harry. He is now facing the hard truth of the independence he asked for. The king's silence may be the hardest lesson Harry has ever had to face. You cannot fight against an institution and then expect it to protect you when your past comes back. As the lights in the palace slowly turn off for the night, one question still remains. Is there a point where a father's patience runs out? Or has this Dubai connection finally pushed the House of Windsor too far to ever return? If Prince Harry believed the media was his biggest problem, he may have been mistaken. The real trouble is not coming from newspapers. It is coming from the same people who once celebrated him at his wedding. The older generation, the people who remember the respect and dignity of the monarchy before it started to feel like a California reality show. For the older generation, especially those over 50, the Dubai yacht leaks are not just simple gossip. They feel like the final breaking point. They show what many see as a deep betrayal of the values they have always believed in: duty, honesty, and respect for the family institution. Social media and online groups for royal fans are now very active and full of debate. The overall feeling is very strong. People are saying, "We were told she was a victim, but these photos show the story of someone very experienced." This is the center of the public reaction. For years, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have built their image around telling their truth. They sat with Oprah Winfrey and said they were pushed out by a racist and old-fashioned system. They showed Meghan as someone new and unaware, who did not know how to curtsy or even who Prince Harry was when they first met. But now, as people look at these clear and detailed images of Meghan moving confidently in the very exclusive and high-pressure yacht culture of Dubai, that story of an innocent outsider is starting to fade away. To people who have spent many years working hard, raising families, and following rules, this feels like a planned act of hiding the truth. They see a woman who was clearly at ease in places of power and wealth long before she met Harry. The question being asked in coffee shops and public places across the US and the UK is simple. If she could hide this, what else could she be hiding? This is a big mental shift for the public. We are seeing the end of the idea that the Sussexes are victims. The American public, especially older people, loves a strong comeback story, but they do not like feeling tricked. By showing herself as a soft and struggling person being hurt by the British media, Meghan gained a lot of support. But these Dubai photos suggest a woman who was in control of her own path, someone who understood how to move within the powerful circles of the world's elite. The Dubai connection makes her appear less like a victim and more like someone who plans carefully. Then there is the effect on Harry's image. For people who remember him as the young boy walking behind his mother's coffin, seeing him now, hurt, crying, and embarrassed by his wife's past, is very painful. There is also a feeling of second-hand embarrassment. Many people are upset with Harry for not seeing the truth, for leaving his bond with Prince William and King Charles III for someone who may have been acting a role all along. The reaction is not only about the past. It is also about the future of their business deals. Companies like Netflix, Spotify, and Penguin Random House did not partner with the Sussexes just because of charity work. They partnered with them because of their royal status. But what happens to that status when it is damaged by a scandal linked to Dubai yacht stories? Older customers, who have more spending power, are already talking about boycotts. They are tired of the drama. They are tired of hearing complaints from people living in a very expensive home while others face real-life problems. But here is the most serious part of the public reaction. The unanswered questions about those missing years. If Meghan was in Dubai on those yachts, who was she spending time with? Which rich and powerful people were hosting those events? And what did they expect in return? The public is now connecting ideas that were not connected before. Every old rumor, every ignored tabloid story is now being looked at again through the lens of these leaked images. As time moves forward, the Sussexes are facing a loss of trust that may be very hard to fix. For many viewers, this is a strong lesson about character. You can hire top PR teams. You can pay for the best lawyers. But you cannot easily rebuild a reputation once the truth, even a small, unclear truth from a sunny Dubai yacht, comes out into the open. The public feeling has changed from support to doubt. And in the world of global influence, doubt can end everything. But what about the legal side of all this? While the public is forming opinions, lawyers are getting ready for a serious fight. In the next part, we will explore the PR crisis and the urgent efforts to stop those leaking the photos before more images appear online. Because reports say Dubai was only the start. In the world of high-level public relations, there is a common saying, if you are explaining too much, you are already losing. And right now, Meghan and Harry's PR team is not just explaining, they are worried and reacting quickly. The Dubai yacht leaks have created a problem that no magazine covers or planned charity visits can solve. This is a PR disaster at the highest level. A huge storm that is threatening to destroy the base of the Archewell brand. According to people close to the situation, the mood inside the Sussex team's Montecito base is tense and chaotic. Their plan for the past 3 years has been simple: control the story no matter what. They hired some of the most expensive PR companies in Hollywood to create the image of a powerful and kind couple. But the problem with building a perfect image is that it only takes one real leak to make everything look false. The first step in their crisis plan was easy to expect: a strong attempt to stop the story. Reports say that legal warnings were sent out very quickly to different platforms, using claims about privacy and copyright. But here is the reality of the internet in 2026. Once a photo is leaked into the hidden parts of the online world, it is like trying to put smoke back into a bottle. The more they try to hide it, the more people want to find it. This is the Streisand effect happening in full force. By trying to cover up the Dubai photos, they have actually made people believe they are important. For viewers who understand business and branding, you know that a brand depends on being real and honest. But how can Meghan Markle keep the image of a strong feminist voice when these photos suggest a past connected to the controversial yacht culture in the Middle East? The PR team is said to be divided. One group wants to ignore the issue and hope it disappears, while the other group wants to act first. Maybe they are planning another interview where Meghan explains her time in Dubai in her own way. But has the public not already seen enough interviews? The real risk is not just the photos, it is the records behind them. In Dubai, many things are recorded, and secrets often hold value. If these photos came from a leaked drive or an unhappy former contact, what else could be hidden in that same collection? The Sussex PR team is now like someone playing a game in the dark, trying to avoid hidden dangers. Each time they think they are safe, another claim or another photo appears. Now look at the timing. This leak did not happen when their fame was at its highest. It is happening now, when their popularity is slowing down, when Netflix is expecting results, and when the public is getting tired of hearing about the Sussex story. This is not just a scandal. It feels like a targeted move against a brand that is already weak. The problem becomes even bigger because Prince Harry and Meghan have distanced themselves from the British royal family, the same institution that once could have helped control situations like this. In the past, the palace was known for its strong ability to stop stories. Now, the Sussexes are learning that Hollywood PR teams may help you get attention, but they cannot stop a worldwide attack on your image. Can they recover from this? In public relations, recovery needs two things: humility and time. But showing humility has not often been seen from the Montecito couple. Instead of openly accepting the past or choosing to stay silent, reports suggest they may once again blame hidden forces or the British tabloid press for twisting or misunderstanding the photos. But even a child would say that a picture speaks louder than words, and these images are telling a story that no PR strategy can fully hide. The investors are watching closely. The sponsors are also paying attention. And most importantly, the quiet majority, the people who buy books and pay for subscriptions, are making their own decisions. If the Sussexes cannot show that their story is real and not just a marketing plan, they may end up facing the one thing they fear the most: being forgotten. As we move into the final part, we must ask the biggest question. After the emotions calm down and the public statements are released, what will remain of the marriage? At the center of this worldwide media storm is a husband who may have just realized that his wife's past is still unclear even to him. As the situation around the Dubai yacht leak slowly becomes clearer, we are left with a powerful image: a prince, once part of a great royal family, now feeling broken and alone in a large California home, looking at what feels like the remains of a dream life. At the start of this video, we asked why Harry broke down in tears. Now the answer seems very clear. It was not only the photos. It was the realization that the happy future he gave up everything for may have been built on something weak, like sand, and now that sand is slipping away from him. For viewers who have followed the royal family through both good and bad times, this moment feels like an important turning point. The Dubai connection has done something that even the British media and palace advisors could not do. It has broken through the strong image built by the Sussexes. It has made the world, and maybe even Harry himself, look beyond the polished public story and face a more uncomfortable reality. But what is the final answer? Is this the end for Harry and Meghan? In real life, loyalty must go both ways. Harry gave up his family for Meghan. Now, as parts of her past are coming into the open, he must decide if he can accept living with unanswered questions. Reports from Montecito suggest that, for the first time, the idea of divorce is no longer something impossible, but something quietly being considered. As we look ahead to the future, one thing is clear. The monarchy will continue to stand strong. King Charles III and Prince William will keep carrying out their duties, protected by the same silence that Prince Harry chose to break. But for Harry, the road back to London now seems more closed than ever, and the life he has built in America looks more uncertain than before. Before we end, we want to hear your opinion. This is a community that respects character and tradition. Do you believe Harry was a victim of his own lack of awareness, or is it time for him to stop acting like a victim and accept the reality of the decisions he has made? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single comment carefully. And if you found this detailed discussion helpful, please subscribe and turn on notifications. The royal story is not finished yet, and you will not want to miss our next deep look into what truly happened behind closed doors after the cameras were turned off. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay connected for the truth.